Coach, I need some chapstick, man.
And I always be doing it for my lips.
On your mark.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good morning and welcome to the fifth quarter, Northern Arizona. I'm your host, Danny Neal, and as always, my sidekick, my partner in crime, and my co-host, the man known throughout Northern Arizona simply as the coach, Mr. Tyrone Johnson. Good morning, Coach.
Morning, Coach. How you doing this day?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I think I'm looking good. Yeah.
Hey, I can concur with that. Like Grandma used to always say, every time she see you, she said you get darker and prettier. So you looking good today, Coach.
I appreciate that, man, and the lighting has a little bit to do with that. But I appreciate your comments, man. But one thing I want to bring up right quick, Coach. Right. Last week, you showed a picture of me that wasn't very becoming the very first show. Right? Now, I understand I thought it was a recording and maybe I didn't properly dress.
That's an understatement.
Okay. Well, I had to go along with that, man. I had to go along with that, right?
Right.
But I just want to bring up a point that this Sunday, Easter Sunday, we all went to church. And
we did.
Your better half, Julie, was there. And y'all sat down from us. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking. After church, I told my wife, I said, I just got to call Julie and tell Julie, Coach Johnson, my friend. And I didn't think it was good of her to come to church with another man like that. And next time it happened, I was going to tell you. And then I just got nervous to ask you, who was that old man you was with anyway? And Jada said, that was Tyrone. Julie ain't like that. I'm like, that was Coach. So, yeah, man. So, no, but you was looking good, man. It was Easter Sunday. And but I just wanted to bring that up, man. I'm sorry for that mistaken identity, man.
Hey, that's no problem, man. But at least the world didn't see it. It was only our church congregation.
Well, you was in the right.
I thought I looked pretty dapper, man. I had a tie on and shirt, you know what I mean?
You did. You did, man. It was just mistaken identity on my part. I'm getting up in age a little bit. And
definitely need your Prevagen, need some for probably glaucoma and all that type of stuff. So I understand.
But I think what it was Julie just looked so young.
Yeah, she stayed looking young.
Her and Ellie literally look like sisters. Not saying you're looking older.
Yeah, in a roundabout way you is. But that's okay, Coach. But that's okay.
Okay. All right, man. But anyway, I just how was your weekend, man? How was your Easter weekend? Did everything go well?
Oh yeah, everything was good. It was a blessed occasion. Got up and did a sunrise prayer, 5:30 a.m. Went up there with Pastor Jeff and some of the congregation, some of the deacons and deaconess. And so, started off watching the sun come up over Mars Hill. And then, did church, as and then we just kind of sat back and relax. So don't get a chance to do that often. So it was good. How about yours?
Hey, man, it was good. Just kind of had the opportunity to relax, have a weekend, as you know how we go. Right. It's very seldom we have these weekends where we can just sit back and kick it, watch some NBA basketball. You know how I do. I record all the games, then come back. I record all the games, then come back like that night, fall asleep, watch them, rewind. Well, they don't rewind no more, huh?
I'm just asking, how you watch them when you fall asleep?
What's that? I watch it for a little while, then I fall asleep.
And then I see where
it watch me. Then I wake up, and then I go back to where I fell asleep at. I watch that and catch up. It takes a while. This is a process, man. This is a process. I have my coffee. I warm it up like 7 times during this process.
And you ain't got nothing but time, though, so that's all good.
I ain't got nothing but time, man, except when I'm getting to work and I'm late.
We won't discuss that.
But anyway, man, I think this show is really going well. We got some really nice guests lined up. And, I think the response has been really well coming from everybody. And I think this is just a show where we're going to highlight some people that maybe other people don't know about yet. And some people, like I guess today, that's been around for a long time, doing really, really big things, and just need to get these people out here and show the entirety of what this community is about. And it's all good things, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, some people such as myself that may be a little bit more archaic, and that's why you talk about how I look old and all that stuff.
Wait, excuse me, a little bit what?
Archaic, man. You need me to go to Webster to find it or whatever? Oh, ancient. And I'm saying that in the realms that I don't have social media. Everybody on the planet got it with me. I'm like one of the last holdouts or whatever. And so if you're not necessarily on social media, a platform like this is just great to highlight what's going on here in the community and with, you know, a lot of the people that we have, because people are doing great things up here,
Yeah.
just right here in the Flagstaff community alone.
Right. And you know, I think that's the beauty of this program, but also let's since this is early on, you got to stop using words that I don't know, man. Yeah, me sitting up here looking like I'm crazy. You know, I understand I'm a few years older than you. I mean, we talk all the time about it. You know,
So
wait, people don't know, man, that you're probably one of the smartest dudes I know. You really are. Sometimes you do things I don't understand, but you are a smart man, and when it comes to math and all that, you treat me and Crystal like we don't know what we're doing, just because you know all this calculus and all that stuff. But I explained to you, Coach Johnson, when I was in high school, we didn't have calculus. We had arithmetic.
And I asked you to spell that, and you never would.
I can spell arithmetic better. I'm going to the next guest, man. I ain't got time to play with you. See everything you do today, you causing problems. Everything. So would you please, Mr. Johnson, introduce our guest today?
All right, no, it's with great pleasure. Our guest for our third show is going to be someone who is obviously near and dear to us. I've known this guest since way back. Hey, even back in her high school days when she used to stay up in Continental and all that good stuff, and then to her days when she was over at Coddale working, and then we worked together at Coddale. She came over to the rec center, worked together with you here at the rec center, and now her and I are back working together. So it's been just a labor of love, and it's just been awesome just seeing her maturation throughout the years, both from a supervisory standpoint, but also from a friend and a family standpoint, watching her going from a single mom, well, not a single mom, a single lady to a married lady, and then to a mother, and just her growth. And then during the pandemic, while the city was closed and everything, she really took an interest in mindfulness and did a lot of courses on that. And we had conversations about that. And I just think that the things that she can bring to this show as a reoccurring guest are going to be just awesome. And so it's with great pleasure to introduce none other than Miss Crystal Warden-Gant.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Crystal.
With all these jokes, Mr. Johnson.
That'd be him. He'd be starting. Yes, indeed. So how you doing this morning?
I'm blessed this morning, feeling good. Not really wanting to be out in front of the camera, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I decided I was trying to prepare myself, and I decided sometimes the best preparation is just to be yourself, keep it real, and just let it go. So I'm gonna roll with the punches today. And
that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna chat, and then we're just gonna be us. And you know, as we talk, your segment, we're looking for it to be a reoccurring piece because we think is important. And so the name of the segment that we're gonna have you doing is Soulful. So not soulful in the way that you traditionally spell it, but soul and then the word F-U-L-L, full. Give us a little bit about how you came up with that and why you came up with that particular title.
So it really just, Danny asked me to kind of think about it. And so I was thinking about the importance of our soul being full. Oftentimes our life is full because we got jobs, maybe a second job, maybe your mom, a coach. So our days are packed full of stuff, and it's so important that we make sure that our soul is full, that our bodies and minds and souls are full.
Yeah, yeah. And I couldn't agree, more wholeheartedly, because some of the stuff that we see every day just here at the rec center with these kids and stuff like that, it almost seems as if their souls are lost and that they're searching and reaching for something. Now, what that something is, I don't know, but you have a great relationship with a lot of people that come into the facility, and let us know how a segment like this can just really help in, like share some of the things that kids are telling you on a regular basis and some of the things that a segment like this will be able to help them feel their souls and come off with a positive experience.
And their parents.
Absolutely. So we live in Flagstaff. We're kind of hippy dippy town, and I know that sometimes culturally many of us don't get in tune necessarily with some of the self-care. We may forget about it, lose focus on it. Just coming out of a pandemic, I mean, we're still in the pandemic, but them being at home and isolated away from their friends and their social situations, they bear a lot. And, kids deal with a lot more than we give them credit for, They hear some of the stresses and things that their parents are dealing with. They carry that load. They have things going on at school. There's bullying. There's substance abuse, use or self-care practices just can help them. It's a little bit of a woosah, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Time to reflect and be mindful, have a moment to just kind of, with all the noise, social media, they're constantly on their phones. And so just to take some time to kind of relax and center themselves, it goes a long way.
And so would you say that's the definition of mindfulness, or is mindfulness goes deeper?
Mindfulness is just being in the moment. Oftentimes we're thinking about that next step. Okay, after I do this report or go pick this up, what am I doing for dinner? What am I gonna wear to work tomorrow? I gotta wash clothes, whatever that looks like. And so mindfulness is just being able to take a break, shut down the noise, slow the commotion that's going on in your mind, and just being in the
moment.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm just gonna let y'all know, for the people, when she up here doing this, she being a mom at the same time.
So that wasn't slick. I'm like, get out of here, Faith. So it never stops. Being a mama never stops.
And Crystal, the beautiful thing about you is we know your heart, and we know everything you do. You put your heart into it. I mean, you're so passionate about everything. About the mornings we sat up there, we talked together, we've cried together, we've prayed together. We've been all kind of, just the closeness, and your heart always shows, and it goes in so many different directions. You got so much of it to give to so many people. What made you settle on the mind part of the mindfulness? What intrigued you about that as opposed to all the 100 and other things that you do?
It's coming more to light now, but this has kind of been in my heart for many, many years, long before it got popular, long before folks really started talking about emotional intelligence. That was always kind of important to me. In my professional life, have focused more on, the black and white, the books, the Excel spreadsheet. And I've always been more of a relationship person. That was always what was most important to me. And so the more I started talking about, I used to always feel kind of like the outsider. And so it's really interesting now to I see the world kind of catching up. They slowly but surely getting reeled into this. And I just think it's going to be healing to our community and, in the long run, our entire world.
So you talk about some of the things that kids are under today. Can you give us an example of, say, when we were coming up, some of the things that we face that's different than what these kids are facing now? Because you could talk to each generation, and every generation would say the one that's coming up after them, oh, them kids is bad, they doing this, can you believe this, so on and so forth. And so what's really the difference between, say, when we were coming up and how these kids are coming up now?
I feel like, so many of the things are parallel, but just the access and the exposure, whether it's alcohol, marijuana,
vapes.
I mean, it's out there. People aren't, I feel like in our day, people would do those things, but they would sneak.
Right.
And now youth are just so bold. And I feel like a lot of that is just, some of it is lack of leadership, whether that comes from the home or having community leaders. There was a time where, your neighbor, so-and-so could snatch you up and it wasn't an issue. A parent would be happy. But we're in a space now where you tell somebody else's kid something, they're ready to fight you. You know what I mean? That takes a village to raise a child mentality has kind of backtracked. I mean, we didn't have the phones and the iPads and the laptops, and these kids, they're getting bombarded on every end by oftentimes not positive things, body images. Oh, I'm not thin enough, I'm not pretty enough, my skin is this, I'm too dark, my hair is too nappy, whatever it is, and so instead of just maybe getting teased on the school bus fully, now it's all over social media. Everybody's talking about it, it's going viral. So it's a heck of a lot heavier for our kids now.
No, absolutely.
Well, and don't you think, I mean, that the kids are more resilient and they're handling this a lot better than most people thought they would? Just the COVID and everything they went through so far. I mean, they've been through a lot. And just at the time I've been back at the rec center, it seems like they're okay.
They are, our kids are tough. They really are. And I really try to make it priority that I check in with them because they are tough, but they are dealing with things. So I try to be mindful, maybe know a kid's attitude, or maybe their countenance is down, and so I try to pay attention to that just so I can kind of feed into them and try to help fill their cup. They are tough, but we do need to ask them if they're okay, check in on them.
Right.
So you have some of the mindful practices that you do as an adult, a professional, mother, wife. You have some exercises that kids can do. Is there anything that you can briefly take us through? You can talk about a mindful exercise, but then is there something that you could take us through right now that's brief that, can connect us in mindfulness?
I think there's just so many things. Maybe one of the easiest, you don't have to put much thought into it. It's called square breathing. And I don't know how your lungs are, so you can choose how long you want to do this, but typically what I suggest is that it's a slow inhale for 4 counts, and then you hold it for 4 counts, and then you exhale for 4 counts. And so if you guys would like to do a brief couple rounds, that would be great. If you feel comfortable keeping your camera on, you can do that. If you feel a little strange, please feel free to turn your video off.
If I fall, I get back up, so don't worry.
Sir, we don't want you to hyperventilate. This is
I'm good.
slow and purposeful. And part of this is really just you can do this in your car, in the office, just 2 or 3 rounds, and it just gets some oxygen going. Sometimes we're breathing shallow. And so just to really focus on your breath and try to shut out the background noise. So I would invite you to, you can keep your eyes open or closed, but just to inhale slowly for 4 breaths.
Okay.
Hold it for 4. And exhale 4. Hold it for 4. That's just a very, very simple exercise that you can do. You know, if you just need a break, a calming moment, so that you don't fuss at your kid because I done told her twice now to stay out of here while I'm doing this.
Hey,
breathe,
hey,
Crystal.
Style, I'm gonna use that when I'm dealing with this guy. He probably on that side of the screen. I don't know what side of the screen. But when I'm dealing with him, I'm really use that.
Yeah, but you know, now y'all joking, but that did have a little calming effect. I don't know if I did all the 4 counts right. I don't know if I was breathing right, but I almost went to sleep. So it does have a calming effect.
It really does, and there is no right or wrong way to do it. And they call it mindful practice because it's a practice. And like Tyrone mentioned before, I really started focusing on this during the pandemic, and I would do it with Faith, my daughter, and I just really saw some benefits. Slow her down a little bit, slow me down, calm me down, and again, you can do it as short or as long as you want. The benefits are going to come regardless.
Right. Well, yeah, I like that. I like that, Coach.
Yep. No, absolutely. And so with this segment, tell everybody what you're looking to accomplish out of this segment, as it's a reoccurring piece for you.
Just to be a blessing in whatever small way that I can, introduce people to a practice that they may not know anything about. Everybody is going through. We all have bills, marriages, relationships, different stressors in our life. And so my goal is to just put a little love out there in the world, a little extra love, and hope that it'll have a ripple effect, that, you know, people will practice this with their children or their partners, and the world will start all having a little.
Right. That's good stuff. And you know what? I just got to say this. I want to say it out publicly that I tell these 2 people all the time that they show that you don't have to be older than somebody to be their role model. These 2 people have been my role models for a long time, you know, and I'm 20 years old or 25 years older than both of them. I watched them grow up at my house, you know. Crystal with my son, they'd be over there hanging out. Coach Johnson lived right across the street from me. You know, I'm 30 years old working at the sawmill. He's 10 years old running around my house. Should have been hitting him in the head with balls and stuff and tripping him when he ran through that, if I knew how he was going to treat me now. But the thing is, I've watched both of y'all grow up. And I'm just proud of both of y'all and what you've done. And I've told both of you that I just appreciate you guys staying here in Flagstaff, working with the youth, because so many people have left. And I know that if both of you left, y'all would have blown up. Coach, you'd have been somewhere coaching NCAA basketball right now. You might have been in the Final Four this year. Crystal, you might have been with Oprah or somebody right now, or CNN newscaster. Y'all would have blown up. But to stay here in the community and do what you two have done for this community and been blessed me with watching you grow up, a friend of mine, a role model of mine, and just somebody let this old dude hang out with and kick it with. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. Put both of y'all together this is special to me. You know, him still gets on my nerves, but
Me too.
but I just want both of y'all to know how proud I am of y'all, and we just gonna keep on doing this thing together.
Yep, and we definitely appreciate those words, Coach. But for us, it was easy because we had mentors such as yourself who was doing big things in the community, and you know, we just in our adolescence didn't even realize it. And then as we came into our professionalism and just seeing the magnitude of the things that you do and the lives that you've touched, and somebody like yourself, and then you know our road dog Joe Joyce, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just coming up
man.
under. It's coming up under that, and just
Right.
seeing, and then getting to come in and actually have conversations, and now getting to know you on a different level as opposed to, you know, an elder that, you know, we're coming up. I didn't mean that in any type of way.
Crystal,
It was an elder.
Here he goes.
He got to put that dig in there. He just
And now, you know, again, a mentor, a friend, family. I mean, for us, it's just a blessing to be able to access someone such as yourself as we came up.
Well, I appreciate that, man. And I mean, at the rec center, there's nothing but love. And you walk up to the rec center and you're going to hear laughter all the time. And I'm just blessed and having fun. Crystal, want to keep you coming back because this has definitely been, you know, a good segment. Tommy's was last week. It just gets better and better all the time. And with Carrick. So I like what's happening. I like what's happening, and I want you to keep coming back because I can't do this alone with this guy.
Oh, you can. I got your back, sir. I definitely do. I appreciate you guys very much for having me.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, and I got to look out and see what time it is. Coach, we got 2 minutes to go. Crystal, don't leave because he's gonna say something that you probably going to interject in because you know how he do. You got any parting comments, Coach?
Do I got any parting comments?
Yeah,
I guess one comment, since you want me to say something smart, would be, I'm glad that you admitted our age differential. So next time we're out talking in public or whatever, and you talking about, you remember so-and-so? Yeah, you remember him? He left here in 1972. I'm like, Coach, I wasn't quite born yet. And so I'm glad you came to that. But no, seriously, Crystal, definitely appreciate you. You know, got nothing but love for you, and just looking forward to the segment and really growing it and going into it, and to where we can definitely give the community some tools and some material and some wisdom, just to be able to grow and practice mindfulness and not look at it as just a term. It's a reality, and we all need it. So definitely appreciate you this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Coach.
Well, looking at the clock, want everybody to have a good day, but you know what time it is. You ain't got to go home,
but you got to leave here. Peace.